The Ebola conspiracy theories. What's going on, guys? MaKaElectric. It is Monday, the 20th of October, 2014. Got an interesting article here from the New York Times. The spread of Ebola from Western Africa to suburban Texas has brought with it another strain of contagion conspiracy theories. The outbreak began in September when the Daily Observer, a libertarian newspaper, published an article alleging that the virus was not what it seemed, a medical disaster, but rather a bioweapon designed by the United States military to depopulate the planet. This article goes on to talk about there was even reports that the New World Order, a classic conspiracy bugger involving global elites, had engineered Ebola in order to impose quarantines, travel bans, and eventually martial law. You know, when the New York Times feels the need to run a story like this, you know we are having an impact. And I love how all these mainstream media outlets always want to call the New World Order a conspiracy theory, yet they never want to address things like all of the officials that have said the words New World Order over the years. To include recently, Vice President Joe Biden told the Air Force Academy to lead in shaping a New World Order. I'd like your response to that, New York Times. I'll put a link to this article. It goes on to talk crap about conspiracy theories. You know, let's talk about, since we're on this topic of conspiracy theories, let's go down that road. FAA approves testing for new Ebola drug. This came out October 17. I've heard rumors around the internet that this is going to contain some sort of RFID technology. You know, I haven't been able to substantiate that, but just rumors around the internet, be advised. To go with that, I'll put a GLP thread, though. Remember all the microbiologists killed over the last several years? I'll put a link to this thread if you need to be reminded. My contribution to that thread was Joseph Moshe. H5N1 Ukraine plague warning back in 2009. I would like the New York Times to investigate Baxter scientist Joseph Moshe. Where did he go? Where did he disappear to? We've never heard from him again. 9 real technologies that will soon be inside you. Is this from a conspiracy site? No, this is Yahoo News. This article goes on to talk about the RFID chip. Put a link to it. Stuff we were talking about years ago. Mainstream news now. You know, I was on the phone with my buddy Dave over at Endgame, beginning of WWE3 yesterday. He was telling me about this book, Absolute Zero. Have you heard of this book? Talking about the horrors of Ebola. Came out in 1999. From what he's telling me, I haven't been able to get a copy yet, but I am going to get one and read it. There's a lot of similarities going on in this book. A lot of similarities. I'll put a link to it if you guys want to look into it. It's crazy how they always tell us what they're going to do before they do it, isn't it? From Time, we got military prepares 30-person Ebola teams for U.S. Let me say that again. Military prepares 30-person Ebola teams for U.S. Think about that. They're going to be used domestically, not sent overseas. Speaking of overseas, though, got one from the Gateway Pundit. 101st Airborne won't get full protection hazmat suits for Ebola mission in West Africa. Not bad enough we're sending our troops over there. We're not going to give them the proper equipment. Put a link to that. I got an article here from Yahoo News. Ebola is a disaster of our generation, said aid agency. But this article goes on to talk about how President Barack Obama is saying, don't buy into the hysteria. You've got nothing to worry about. I'm not so much worried about Ebola because, like I said in one of my last videos, hoax or real doesn't matter. There's definitely an agenda being pushed here. If it is a hoax, I think that's even worse because there's something else at play. Vaccines? I don't know. Probably. Breitbart, I got one more for you. He doesn't seem to be worried about it. Obama golfs for 4 hours, 40 minutes on Saturday, then holds nighttime Ebola meeting with new Ebola czar. New Ebola czar skipped the meeting. We have an Ebola czar that not only doesn't have medical background whatsoever, he's skipping important meetings. I don't know. What does it all mean, people? I'll put all these links below. Please tell me your thoughts. Please rate the video. Please pass it around. Make people aware this stuff's going on. New York Times reporting on the conspiracy theories. We are having an impact. Believe it. Till the next one, you guys take care, stay safe. I will see you on the next one.